Hi, busy moms. Welcome to Calm Mom Conversations. I'm Stacey Johnson, and we are here today to look at how do we leave survival mode. So before we begin, let's grab your favorite beverage. Today I'm drinking water, and we're going to take that intentional pause for a moment. We're going to breathe in through your nose and release. So here we are. We're going to talk about living in survival mode. And so many of us live in survival mode without even realizing it. It doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like rushing, snapping, forgetting things, or feeling exhausted before the day even starts. So I have a question for you. Have you ever had one of those days where nothing terrible happened, but everything felt like too much? Or you just felt like that there was this off feeling? Drop it in that comments. Let me know. Nothing terrible happened, but your kids ask simple questions like, what's for dinner? And you feel your body tighten. Just them asking that question, your body just starts to tighten. Or maybe you're in the middle of a thought, or maybe in the middle of, you know, doing dishes, or maybe you're having a conversation with your spouse and someone interrupts you and you snap before you even realize it. You forget something small, like you walk into the room and you forget what you were going to ask someone, and suddenly you feel frustrated with yourself. And at the end of the day, you think, why am I like this? Why? And here's what most moms don't realize. We are not failing at motherhood. We are living in survival mode. And survival mode doesn't always look dramatic. It doesn't look like something horrible happened that day. But most of the time, it just like looks like real mom life, right? That's what mom life really looks like. So today we're going to talk about what survival mode actually looks like in everyday motherhood, why our nervous system stays stuck there, and why so many good moms feel exhausted all the time. So, before we continue, I'm going to take a sip of water. You can go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that you can make sure that you are getting um, all of the information that I am sharing on this channel. But also, I'm looking to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can have our own community. We can have our own time where I provide, you know, question and answer. Like we can have hot seat coaching, so we can have a live question and answer call, and we can have just specific trainings that I will provide to that community. So make sure you subscribe and share with another busy mom so they can subscribe. But then also in the description is a link to one. I save about 5 slots in my schedule each week to do coffee chats. And those coffee chats are, I want to get to know you on a one-on-one level. I want to sit down and have a cup of coffee and meet you. And you can let me know what are some of the things that overwhelm you, and let's talk about it. It's like talking to your best friend, over a cup of coffee. And then also grab your free Overwhelmed Mom Reset Guide. It's in the description, and that is totally free for all of you busy moms that have several different tips on there to try in real life. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sip of water. You go ahead and do those things right now. So when people hear the word survival mode, they imagine something extreme. You know, like in my case, when I lost my husband, I was for sure in survival mode. I had to, I mean, that was a huge thing that impacted my life. But survival mode doesn't always have to be about something extreme. But in motherhood, mode often looks very normal. It looks like waking up already thinking, before your feet even hit the floor, your brain is already running. What time is practice? Or what time is that doctor's appointment? Did I sign that paper that they needed for the field trip? What needs to get done today? And your body hasn't even had a chance to wake up, right? Can you relate to that? Survival mode also looks like constant decision making, meals, schedules, emotions, finances, family needs. Your nervous system is constantly scanning. What needs my attention next? Right? That's always what's happening. And when your system stays in that state long enough, it stops resetting. So instead of moving through stress, your body stays stuck in it. It's like almost like that, like have you ever walked through mud and your foot kind of gets stuck? Yeah, that's kind of what survival mode feels like. It's we're moving, we can't really move. We're kind of stuck. But every day we continuously do this. This is what moms do. So let me share what this can look like in real life. Maybe you've experienced moments like this. Your child asks you a simple question while you're doing something else. And instead of calmly answering, your reaction comes out sharper than you intended. You know, not because you don't love them, because of course you do, but because your nervous system is already full. You just can't handle anymore. Or maybe you're trying to get out the door and something is missing. Maybe shoes are, your daughter can't find her, one pair of shoes that she wants to wear. Someone forgot their backpack. So now you're already out the door and your kids have already got on the bus and you're headed out the door to go do your thing and you notice that their backpack is on the floor. You walk in to the house from a long day already at work and someone asks, "What are we having for dinner?" Or "When are we eating? I'm hungry." And suddenly your body feels tight, your voice gets louder, and everyone in the house feels this tension. And later you think, why did I react that way? Why? And the guilt kicks in. And that guilt is now added on to that pressure that you're already feeling. But what was really happening was your nervous system was overloaded. Nothing was wrong. And another example I hear from moms all the time is you sit down for a moment of rest, maybe 5 minutes. And instead of relaxing, your brain starts listing everything that still needs to be done. The laundry, the dishwasher needs to be emptied, the bills need to be paid. And so instead of resting, you stand right back up because resting feels uncomfortable. That is another sign that you're in survival mode, is when relaxing feels uncomfortable, you're really it's a sign that you're in survival mode and your body has forgotten how to settle. It's forgotten how to rest. And a lot of times overthinking can come in to play. I've worked with many women that have this belief that, resting means laziness or that you're not good enough, if things are not in order. So there's a whole other layer to that as well that I help overwhelmed moms deal with. So, what else is going on here? Our nervous system was designed to protect us. I mean, it really was. And so when stress happens, our body activates energy to handle it. But the system was designed for short bursts of stress, like we avoid a car accident just by a hair, or, you know, uh, the dog runs out of the house too quickly and runs toward the street. Those are all short-term stressors that our nervous system was designed to protect us. It was not designed to be under constant pressure. So, like I talked about last week, our system, you know, reacts the same way as if you were being chased by a lion or all the daily pressures. The system is acting the same way because it doesn't know the difference. It is just pressure. So, motherhood often brings uncompleted stress cycles, small stressors that never fully release, questions, interruptions, responsibility, the emotional caregiving. So instead of stress moving through the body, it stacks, it continues to layer. And when enough stress backs up, the nervous system stays in go mode, and that is survival mode. So, if you see yourself in these moments, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not a bad mom. You are not weak. Your body has simply been holding too much for too long. And when we start understanding our nervous system, something really powerful happens. So instead of criticizing ourselves, we start responding with compassion. And that's where real change begins. The other thing that I know that, when we're talking about all these pressures, there's some silent pressures that happen to moms, and that is the financial stress that we are worried about. You know, a lot of things are happening in our society right now. Gas prices just went skyrocketing again. I think in our area, it went increased 25 cents in 24 hours. Groceries continue to go up every time we go. Kids are in school and their school fees, school lunches, field trips. Every time you turn around, it seems like there's another thing being asked of us in regards to finances. And so, as a busy mom, that is a silent pressure underneath the layer of all the other things that are happening every day. Because you're also maybe thinking about college. How do I plan for college when everything else keeps increasing? Well, in my description as well is a link to help with that financial stress. I've been involved in a community that has been able to help me with that financial stress. It has decreased, the stress that I have about money. And it is a perfect opportunity to bring in extra income to our household without adding that added pressure to our life. I don't spend more than 30 minutes a day doing that. And it's something that I do in between, seeing clients, or, it's something that a busy mom could do in the, car line waiting for kids. It's very easy, and it's not something that adds more pressure. It decreases our nervous system. So tonight I want you to notice something. I don't want you to judge it at all. Just notice it. Where does survival mode show up in your day? And I want you to let me know in the comments, where does it show up? Is it rushing? Is it snapping? Is it forgetting things? Is it feeling like you can't sit still? Where does it show up? And remember, awareness is the first step to shifting it. So again, remember to share this with another mom who might need to hear this. Because so many moms are carrying more than anyone sees. And so we don't have to do this alone. This is the space where we can have calm mom conversations and start to reset our nervous system so that we can enjoy those moments. We can have that connection with our kids, and we can just feel like we can just enjoy the days. So, again, before we say goodbye for today, take a long, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Right. And again, make sure that take that pause tonight. Just reflect. Where is survival mode showing up in your day?